Alrighty, traders. Sorry about that. Running a little bit late. Monday morning. I got the case of the Mondays. I don't know if you ever had a case of the Mondays. I have the case of the Mondays. Today's Monday. Let me go ahead and just do this really quick. Making sure everybody knows that the broadcast is live. And anyway, so let's talk about where the S&P is at. I don't know if you guys can see me. Yeah, you guys probably can. So, you know, looking at the markets, you can see the hesitation in everything. Everything is turning around what's happening with the S&P. It is. This really important support here is just continuing to hold the 4450 level. You know, as you guys know, the 4450 level, I should have probably put an asterisk next to it or multiple ones. No one wants to, like, if I know below 4450 is, you know, it's kind of risk off. If I know that, and which we all do, obviously, and so does the entire market. I mean, take a look at what the S&P is doing. You know, if we all know that that's really key support and we know we're on it, no one's going to do anything with anything else. Everybody knows that if that breaks, then we have to start looking at doing something. Then you're going to get people going, all right, well, I think I want to buy the dollar Mexican peso, right? And then they're going to sit there and go, but let's get a sustained break of the 4450 level. Let's sit down here for a few hours, and then I'll buy the dollar Mexican peso. We've all, myself included, we've all been burned trying to short risk. How many times? It's kind of like you first. No, you first. You first. No, you first, right? So no one wants to get sucked in. Therefore, you're not going to see a lot of reaction to anything while we're sitting above 4450. We get below 4450, you're going to start to see some things move. Maybe the dollar starts to tick up against the Aussie. Maybe you see the Kiwi slip. Dollar Mex starts to tick up. Then you're going to get other people like and I'm going to use this term, I'm going to use this example loosely, but you're going to get the Stelios and Steves of the world that'll be like, yeah, I see that we're breaking, but I'm not doing anything until we have a daily close below here, right? So, and I'm saying that because they would be like the people that are a little bit more longer term, right? That are like, they're maybe a little bit more conservative. So you're going to get those people that are going to be like, yeah, I see where we're at, but I'm not falling for it. I've fallen for it before, right? So right now the S&P is really the prime, and I would say it's the primary focus. Are there some things that are suggesting that we might break down? I mean, yeah, maybe that false move in the crypto market today, you know, when the Litecoin did, this is pretty wild, right? Litecoin ripped up like that and came back down. I mean, to where it was with those headlines. You know, maybe you start to see the crypto, like the Ethereum starts to break down. Matter of fact, you know what I should do? Let me just do this really quick. Okay. Let me do this for you guys too. Hold on. Let's go to, I'm going to do something else for you guys because I want assurance. Okay. I think that's a typo right there. Let's do this. Oh. Now you're going to see that bull bear line switch, right? And, you know, obviously we have the support levels like 3050 is going to trigger before 3000. Why? Because, you know, you want to be notified ahead of 3000. You don't want to get notified before 3000. You want to get notified and go, oh, I need to start looking below 2965. Then, you know, we got a pretty severe breakdown. You know, do the same thing for like Bitcoin, right? Like Bitcoin, we can do this. I actually think I think the bull bear line's down here, but we can do it for today. Doesn't matter. I can adjust things later. Let's do Bitcoin and let's do our bull bear line. It is at 30,000, where it actually should be there, but I'm going to do this for you guys for today, because look, if things start moving today, 43,500. If things start moving, like we got to get notified, right? So, oops. Okay, here it goes. You'll see that number change. Oh, it just changed right here, 43.5. So we got that number changed too. So we know when like things like that break, because if things like that break, that's kind of like one of those, oh, shoot, I need to start looking at stocks, right? Because I think if the crypto market shows a reversal, then that's going to be signaling that we're going to be, you know, seeing some probably some downside pressure, you know, in risk assets. That's one. You know, then you got to look at like other currencies, like, you know, the Aussie. Like, I think if we break through this support, that's going to signal to us that that there's some risk off, right? So 38% retracement. The euro is going to, I think the euro is more sideways than anything. And even in a period of risk off, if we did see some selling in stocks, the euro may outperform, because you're going to see currencies like the euro Aussie go higher, right? Let's take a look at volatility. So let's go to a daily chart. So here's volatility, right? And let's do this. I think if volatility breaches this, that I didn't want to do, it's fine. We're going to raise this. If volatility starts to get up here, we should be concerned, right? We would be concerned if volatility spiked up into the 20s. Then it's like, uh-oh, what else is going to happen, right? Dollar yen's not doing anything. We're still waiting on Norway's, to see if there's some news that have come out about the elections yet. I need to take a look. Got to keep an eye on US dollar, Norwegian krona. And that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to say that we are close to support, but we're not breaking support yet. Alan said forever. Chad says every time. We were talking about getting sucked into, you know, trading risk off, right? You just have to be really careful. We're just too close to support. Jason said, what fund manager wants to return from the Hamptons and pay these prices for indices? It's likely they will push them lower to find a good level to go long. You know, that's not the Jason. I think that's a complete wrong attitude. You need an attitude adjustment fix. That's what you need, Jason. Jason, go see your wife and have her slap you upside the head. Just kidding. I'm joking. No, but he's laughing. Do you know this is the asset manager mindset, and it has been for a long time. I mean, no one wants to chase anything up here. No one. Like, if I'm an asset manager, I don't want to do it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're not involved, if you are not invested, and you can't beat the S&P or you can't beat the broad indices, then, you know, you're going to get redemptions. You're going to get people saying, yeah, I'm going to put my money with someone else that can beat the S&P or beat the indexes. That's actually going to invest my money. right? So it's all about, making sure that I mean, look, I 100% agree with your opinion. No one wants to be buying up here. They're just kind of forced to buy up here. Like I look at, but they're not predatory. Like if you're a portfolio manager, you're predatory, but you're not like us where we're like, well, it's our own money. We can just we'll just sit and wait, where they can't really sit and wait. I mean, they can, but only for a certain amount of time. So, at some point they have to say, screw it. We have to be, we can't leave all this money, let all this money, be sitting around and not be invested. People are just going to withdraw it. We're going to start getting redemptions here. So, but in all actuality, it's been that attitude for so long. And I think it's pretty universal that everybody believes that stocks will never go down. So they look at places like this and they're like, well, I know my risk. My risk is below 4,000. So I'm just going to buy here, right? My risk is somewhere below here. It's, for a move to all-time highs. It may not be great. I might be risking $1 to make, 1.25, but I'm going to take it because that's the best I can do in this situation. So anyway, that's just some food for thought. Real quick before I let you guys go, let's take a look at, here's the Dow. Okay, that's that broken trend line that we were talking about last week. We are still not making lower lows. So this is another thing. Okay, let's do this. Let's set an alarm here, because if the Dow started to move lower and started to make lower lows, that would probably get the attention of people, right? Maybe the market. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000. Still range bound, nothing happening here. Here is the NASDAQ 100. Channel resistance, still rejecting it, but yeah, we get below here. This is where things start to get a little bit more, aggressive to the downside, maybe here too. So you can see that we're just kind of, things they're close, but you understand why people are just not willing to pull the plug right now, or pull the trigger on trades right now. So anyway, all right, guys and gals, I want to thank you so much for your support. As always, I'm going to let you go because, obviously we're just going to be waiting around for things to trigger. I will, if you're not in the chat rooms, see you, Lorraine. Bye, Alex. If you're not in the chat rooms, what I'll do is if things start to trigger like that aren't in our platform, but things that have my attention, what I'll do is I'll send out some bell notifications. They're right here, right? So I'll do this, or I'll send out an alert like this. Watch this. It's not a bell notification. It'll be alert, says test alert, right? So create alert, and then you get an update on your app, right? And you get an alert right here in the live stream. See that? So if I see something that's really like needs to get our attention, needs to get your attention, I'll send them out here. And then it goes to, where's my phone? So if you have the app, I can notify you guys quickly if something's happening. If something that, like I said, if you're not in the chat room, so I'll do that, because I think we're so close to creating some movement. It could be today, it could be, sometime later this week. Denise said I got the test alert. Nice. All right, guys, have a great one. See you soon. If I don't see it in the chat rooms, I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Face webinar. Have a great evening.